Hey guys, Mr.BeetleBum here, and this is part two of tips on how to win at Team Clash. Last time I talked about mediums and flanking. This time I'm talking about the rental vehicles, all those BB vehicles. By the way, thank you, Wargaming, for naming your rental vehicles after me. Well, thank you. Anyways, I'm going to show you how to angle them, what weaknesses they have, how you can correct that. We're also going to give you some tips so that you don't lose all your money, all your credits doing this. There's a bunch of good tips there for you for each of the tanks, so that hopefully you'll do much better and be able to breeze through the matches. The other thing is up over there. I was lucky enough to get in a match on the EU with Daki. I'm on Team Daki, and Daki himself and his platoon was in a match of mine. So I'm going to show it over there, the actual match. It's pretty funny. At one point, I actually try to push in front of him to block shots from him, so that he wouldn't get killed. And did we do okay? I don't know. We'll have to find out. Anyway, stay tuned and find out how you can do really well in these rental tanks. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so for starters, before we get into the tanks, I'm going to go in order of how you get them. And also, I want to explain something about how to get credits. You're going to be losing a lot of credits in this event, not only because it's tier 10, but also because it's only 7v7, which means you're probably going to take a lot of damage. I always end up either dead in a loss or else very, very little hit points left. Because you're taking so much damage, you're going to be losing a lot of credits. So throw on a credit booster. If you're in a clan, try to get the clan leaders to throw on a clan credit booster. We've tested it. It does work. So in other words, if you got double boosters going on, you're probably going to break even, or maybe you'd make a little bit of credits for it. The other thing is in the perks. Now, right now, obviously, the event's not on, so there's no perks, but I just wanted to show you. Really, all these are, yeah, whatever. But they give you the advantage, they give you the opportunity to get double the points. So there's 10 points on a win. But I wanted to talk about morale boost. Morale boost is hands down the best one, in my opinion. And all I'm saying is when morale boost is on, team members receive bonus after each battle. In other words, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. You're going to get double the points. If you win, everyone gets 10 points. And that, man, I tell you what, if you get a whole bunch of wins going on when you got the morale boost on, you fly through the levels. And if you lose, let's say you get 3, well, then you get 6 points. If you're in the top, that is. If you're in the middle and you get 2 points, well, you're going to get 4. So it's still good. Here's the thing. When morale boost is on, the little tip here for you guys is if it's a bad game and you know it's going to be a loss, really, it's like you're out 2 right away. Go in, get some damage, bam, 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 and, not suicide, but just go in and just, rush them. Get killed, but get a bunch of damage done. I'm not telling you to do that on purpose unless if it's a real bad aim and you know it's going to be a loss. Players are going the wrong way or something. And the reason being is because you can jump in and out. The whole thing during morale boost is this. Quick. Get game, because you're getting double the points anyways. You want to win. So I'm not telling you to always jump out of a game. I'm saying only, if a couple lemmings go the wrong way and you're swarmed, just bite the bullet and go out, get some damage, and take the shots, maybe helping another teammate stay alive longer. But either way, just jump into another tank. When you get back to the garage, click a tank, click to enter the battle, and get moving. Now, on to the tanks. The very first one you get is the WZ1115ABB. I love how they named all the tanks after me. Well, thank you very much, Wargaming. Anyways, this is a replica of the Chinese Tier 10 heavy tank. And boy, oh boy, am I having fun with this tank now. The number one complaint about the Wiz is the fact that you get fires a lot and ammo racked when getting shot at the front, because this, guys, is a tank. When you say your enemy is right there at cab mech, right in front, you just want to aim right at them. You don't want to have to angle or anything like that. These are one of these tanks where you just aim. You face the enemy, face the enemy. When you've turned here and this guy shoots and there's another enemy at your 10 o'clock, take the shot, face your other enemy, take the shot, face back. Now you always want to try to get something to cover your lower plate down here. If you don't, wiggle, 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 wiggle as you're facing. But you're going to get penned when your lower plate, you know, they're just going to overmatch. A lot of guys are using gold right now during the event. It's going to get penned. So what you're trying to do is find, a lot of the maps have plenty of areas, plenty of choke points that have rocks on the ground. You want to find one and try to use that to your advantage to cover your lower plate. But face the WZ, face your enemy, okay? And the other thing is in equipment, okay? If you use the modified config, that takes out the ammo rack right there. You can't get ammo racked. I was hoping it was going to show more detail about it. There you go. 150% ammo rack, fuel tank, and engine durability. So just by putting this piece in, I wouldn't put it there. I'd put the second. I always put vents in the first slot. For this tank, I would put the modified config here, and either rammer or improved hardening. I'm using improved hardening, and I keep explaining, guys, that's me because I have bad eyes. So when I'm playing heavies, I'm not that as good at playing heavies as I am playing, say, lights and TDs, okay? So I personally know my limitations myself, not the tank limitations, my limitations. So I try to up the ante to keep me alive as much as possible. I take the extra hit points, and also it's likely that I'm not going to get distracted as badly. My repairs will be faster, yada, 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 yada. Okay, so always vents one. For this tank, I would say modified configuration and then whatever you want. But the modified configuration you got to put in there. If your crew, don't give me, if you have the original tier 10 and you got a wicked crew on there and they have safe storage and everything, fine. That's going to help. But still, this will help for the ammo rack part. And fires and everything. It's still good to have, but if you don't want to have it, and if you have your crew, that's good, great. I'm talking about people who are getting rentals who probably don't have crews for it. All you have to do is put in the modified configuration, and then you don't have to worry about getting ammo racked and set on fire. Cancel changes. Okay, guys, the second tank that you get is the Object 277 BB version. So there is a replica, again, of the Russian Heavy, the 277. Or as I call it, the Fluffy, because I have the tank skin that has the little teddy bear back here. So anyways, this tank now is different. Remember, as I was saying, in the Wiz, you just point yourself at the enemy who's going to shoot at you. Whereas this tank is all about angling and trying to get them to shoot your sides. I can have an enemy at 90 degrees and still bounce. This thing is crazy when it comes to the bounces. If they shoot Hero Rick, it's pretty crazy. So you want to get your angles going. You know, if the enemy's coming right at you, you got this kind of angle. And if you over angle, what I'm saying is if you over angle, it's better to over angle than to under angle, which is different from tank to tank. So this is the one that you definitely want to get your angles with. When it comes to the equipment, you don't have to worry about the modified config as much because you're just not as likely to get. It's not a huge problem with this one. So the vents for sure. Rammer is obviously the number 2 choice with everybody here. You can use them or you can go with vert stabs. Myself, again, on the EU where I've been playing the 277 a lot, here I use my regular ones, but I wanted to show you just the BB tanks. Again, I have been using vents and these two right here. And again, that's personal. So what I'm saying is, for you guys out there, what you guys are probably going to want is your vents, rammer, and probably vert stabs. That's the best setup for that one. Okay, so angle. Again, always try to get the rubble or a dead tank or something to cover your lower glacis or your lower plate. You always want to do that. And remember, guys, always kind of bounce around. Bounce, 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 bounce. You know, move around. That kind of thing. If you're going to see shoot the right-hand copla on this. And you should be doing really well, man. It's a beautiful little tank. It's fun to play. And remember, just side scrape. You know, use your armor. You can do a reverse side scrape, which means the wall's right here. And instead of, backing up, and showing your front, you can actually turn around like this with your back and pull out with your front pulling out and shooting backwards like that. Don't forget you can do that because it's very helpful in some situations. The next one that you get, I believe, is the E5, right? Let me just double check here. Yes, the E5. Okay, let's get into it. Again, we're talking about a copycat or a remake of the American Tier 10 Heavy, the E5, with the big ass Tumor. It is a Tumor. So here's the key thing about this is its armor is not as strong. Okay, it's got the boat hull, the boat-shaped hull on the bottom. So you will get lucky, you can get some bounces on it. But the key thing here is you're not going to place this as super heavy, okay? You're going to be supporting the heavies. You're going to be back. You want to be the guy who's always poking out after you see the enemy shoot. With the Wiz, I don't mind poking out and taking them and blocking shots. I actually love seeing how much I can block. Same with the 277. Those are two tanks where I don't mind being the first one out. I will get people behind me and I'll take the damage or I'll take the shots because I can block quite a lot in it. Whereas this one, you don't want to be trying to block a lot, okay? You want to make sure that, the enemy is shot and then you poke out, you do the peek-a-boom. You peek out and boom, baby. So peek-a-boom after they shoot. And the other thing, remember, here's your mode that you're looking at your tank, right? Because your Tumor's on the left-hand side. That means you want to try to go around corners that are going to the left, going that way. And why? Because imagine this pillar right here is the building, and this building comes all the way down here, and you're about to drive around there. That means you can hide your Tumor right here against the wall and have your gun out. If you say the pillar now is over on this side, let's right here, see the oil tank? Imagine that's the wall. And if you go around the corner, or if you go up against that and try to get your gun out the side, the Tumor's gonna be shining. Yo, hey, how you doing? Shoot at me. So always try to remember to go left, okay? On, like, say, Lakeville, if you're going into town to support the heavies, then you don't want, and if you're on the south spawn going this way, right, and the church is right here, you don't want to go on this side of the church, which is the west side, the lake side. You don't want to go there because you're going to show your Tumor every time you come around. You're going to want to poke the other side so that you can hopefully cover it, okay? That's just one thing to keep in mind when it comes to the E5 because that's the biggest weak spot on this thing. Yes, the lower glacis, but we're always aware of the lower glacis and knowing that we got to try to cover that up. So remember, support the heavies, peek-a-boom after they shoot, cover your Tumor, and you'll do okay. The next one, now, we jump into a medium, the only medium in here, and it's the Leopard 1. Holy crap, guys, if you don't have this tank in your garage, I highly recommend that you go play this, okay, during Clash. Get up to level 10. If you don't want to use it to start with, get up to level 10 and then try it out because this is an awesome sniping. This is, in my opinion, the best sniping medium. Call it a hybrid if you want, but it's made for long distance. It's got great accuracy. It's got real good penetration. What can I say? It's got good mobility. The armor's not that good. That's why you want to stay back. But in this game mode, yes, you can flank. In the first video of the tips, I was showing you with my TVP how to flank and everything. And that's what you want to do with this one, okay? You want to do everything I was talking about in the first video. But again, just wanted to say, for any of you guys out there who do not have this tank, please try it out. You're gonna enjoy it. Well, sorry, I don't know if you're gonna enjoy it. Maybe you don't like sniping, but if you do like snipers, and especially sniping medium tanks, you're probably really gonna enjoy this one. And that's it for that. And then finally, the last heavy that you're gonna get is the Krav, the Kranwagen, whatever it's called. Anyways, doesn't it look cool? Anyways, everyone knows what this one's really good at. This is your Ridge Warrior. This has awesome gun depression, and the turret, especially frontally, like right here, it's pretty hard to pen. It's pretty hard. There are places, but it's pretty hard. So the thing with this one, it's kind of like the Wiz. It's extremely important, though, that you face not just the tank, but your turret at whoever's shooting you. There will be times where you have multiple enemies, okay? You're going over the ridge, and you want to make it so you want to approach the ridge just until you can get your gun to see over it, okay? That's when you know that you're just showing the turret and nothing down here, and that's when you're playing it right. If you go too far, you're going to show your lower plate real quick. Okay, so basically, when you're going up a berm into the crest of the hill, and the enemies are on the other side, or they're trying to poke, get into sniper mode, just so that not sniper mode so you can shoot far away. Just get into that mode so you can see once your gun, put the gun all the way down, as far as down as it will go, and keep going until it just goes over, like the grass is there and I'm looking through it. That's when you know that it's just your turret showing. You can go up a little bit more, but just don't go far, okay? Or else you're going to be showing your lower plate, and that's not good. Then the second thing is, like I said, if you have multiple enemies, you've got to try your best. It's kind of out of your hand, but you got to try to figure out, maybe before you get there, do what I do and kind of like zoom out and look to see who's shooting first. And as soon as I know who's shooting first, I go with the one that shot for, like, say there's 1, 2, 3. 1 shoots, 2 shoots, 3 shoots. I'm going up and I'm trying to shoot 1. If I'm trying to shoot 2, great. Okay, I'm shooting that. But then I'm going to turn my turret. After I shoot, I'm going to turn my turret to the first one because I know he's going to have the gun. He's going to be able to shoot quickly. So you're first. So you're going to try to block him, then go to this one, then go to this one. So that's what I mean by, like, you got to figure out the pattern, and you got to figure out how you can turn your turret to the guy who's about to shoot you. Hopefully you're not in a situation where there's multiple like that, because that's kind of advanced play in this tank. But all I'm saying is you have to keep turning your turret. If the enemy gets you from the side, this is a little stronger, but it's still weak, and oh my lord, that's just like a tumor out the back. That is so easy to penetrate. It's like butter, okay? As well as the track center. But I'm just talking about the turret. You can be like hull down, like Ridge Warrior in it, and then just turn this way, and someone's going to plow right through the side of your turret. So that's the problem with this tank. It's a problem, but like I said, when you know your strengths and you know your weaknesses, then you can make it work so that you can do very well. As for equipment on this, it really comes down to the same thing. Vents. Now on this one, you notice, of course, you can't do a rammer because it's got the I think 3 shells in it, so it doesn't have a rammer. You could do vents, and if you want, you could do the improved rotation mechanism, which is going to make your traverse faster. That's very important on this one, in my humble opinion, because like I said, you're trying to make sure that you're blocking all the shots coming at you. So it's very important to get your cruise skills up for the traverse, and then also have an improved rotation mechanism. After that, it's really up to you. Do you want vertical stabs for shooting on the movement? Do you want maybe a gun lane drive for your aiming speed to be faster? If you're doing up close stuff, maybe not. Maybe you want modified config just to make sure that you don't get blown up at all. That's your third one is really up to you. I like to always, give my suggestions for the first 2, the ones that are very important, and then let you figure out the last one. And that basically the third one can fit your play style. And that's it, guys. Those are the tanks that you get for the rentals. Like I said, I'm already up at level. I'm on 13 here on the on the North America, and I just leveled up to level 10 today on the EU. There is plenty of time before this is over to get this done. You can still do it. If you've played a few games and you're just a little bummed out, hopefully you can take these tips that I've given you and go out there, and maybe you kept getting blown up in your WZ. Now that you know you put modified config in and vents and whatever, you can do better and also face the enemy. Hopefully some of these tips can help you guys get a commander, because I'm telling you what, man, a free commander is always really good, and these ones are going to be really good because they got the bonus perks, and on top of that, they got the voiceovers, man. And you know what? I think they're pretty funny. They're all really good. So that's it, guys. I hope you're having a great time playing this awesome game. Go out there and have fun in it. If you're on the CabMex team, hey, man, hashtag Team Seth Rogen all the way, man. That's my little thing. That's what I keep saying, and we're having fun with it. And I hope you guys enjoy this great game. Until the next time, guys, I'm Mr.BeetleBum. If you like what I'm doing, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. And come on over and give a sub. If you like what we're doing, come sub. Because we're almost at 1,000, man. We're at, like, I don't know, 920 now or something. Man, it's just flying up here. All of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. It's happening, man. And I'm so excited. I was just watching my video from the 100, when I celebrated 100 subscribers. And guys, we're getting this close, to getting up to 1,000 now. Also on Twitch. Again, if you want to support me, what I'd really enjoy is if you guys came over and visit me on Twitch sometime, because we're trying to get our numbers up there to become partnered, and we're so close right now. Again, man, this year seems like it's gonna be a good year for BeetleBum, man, and the brigade which is all of you guys out there, because it seems like we're pretty close to getting up to 1,000, which means we get to be in the YouTube algorithm more or whatever. It's got a bunch of benefits apparently. And then also we're getting really close to getting partnered on Twitch, which is awesome. A shit ton of emotes, a whole bunch of perks that we get to use, and just to make it more fun for the viewers. So again, if you do like what I'm doing, you want to support me, that's the two ways you can do it. By giving subs on Twitch, giving subs on YouTube, and just viewership on Twitch. Both of those are free. So thank you very much. I hope you're having a good time. We'll check you later.